Everybody's enjoying a happy 4th of July, but this is not going to look good in 45's eyes. But for 45's favorite people, the white supremacists are heading to Washington ahead of 45's July 4th party. Squatter 45's Hate to America 4th of July celebration will feature tanks, military plane flyovers, and potential clashes between white supremacists, which are his favorite people, and protesters. Members of the Proud Boys, now known as the American Identity Movement, and the anti-protesters who opposed him, are planning to spend July 4th and the following weekend in Washington, D.C., according to both the groups themselves and local law enforcement monitoring them. The FBI respects the rights of individuals to peacefully exercise their First Amendment rights. An FBI spokesperson told courts, "We will continue to work closely with our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners to ensure public safety surrounding 4th of July events." 45 will be the first squatter in decades to speak at Washington, D.C.'s Independence Day celebration, turning what is usually a family-centered affair featuring fireworks and live music into a highly politicized event. The celebration on the grassy National Mall between the U.S. Capitol building and the Lincoln Memorial normally draws hundreds of thousands of spectators a year. This time it is also attracting protesters, counter-protesters, and a 45 baby blimp. It may also draw fewer families than usual from the city and surrounding areas, Washington, D.C., and adjacent Prince George's County. Maryland overwhelmingly voted against Cheeto in 2016. The city residents have organized boycotts of the entire show, especially after learning that $2.5 million will be diverted from the country's national parks budget to pay for it. The Proud Boys, a collective of self-described Western chauvinist pigs that the Southern Poverty Law Centers calls a hate group, has organized a July 6th free speech rally in downtown D.C. Many of their members are also expected to attend 45's 4th of July event. Rank-and-file Proud Boys and their leaders regularly spout white nationalist memes and maintain affiliations with known extremists, SPLC says on its website. The group has a permit for a July 6th Klan rally at the city's Freedom Plaza, located between the White House and the 45 International Hotel. An organizer told the Daily Beast the group is expecting thousands of members and supporters to attend. A lot of people will be in town for the 45 extravaganza, he said, referring to the squatters' 4th of July party. The Proud Boys are also selling tickets to a $200 VIP event at one of Washington, D.C.'s hottest spots. A source told courts that at least two venues the group had previously reserved, a rooftop pool club and the International Spy Museum, both canceled the bookings after public outcry. The new location, if there is one, remains unknown. When Manhattan's Republican Club hosted Proud Boys founder Gavin McInnes for a speech last fall, members beat up a protester. Police have since banned the group from attending 45 campaign events. The 45 white supremacy group is also planning to travel to D.C. for the 4th of July, says Unicorn Riot, a non-profit journalist collective that tracks hate groups. Unicorn Riot has received evidence that neo-Nazis, meaning 45 supporters, also known as the American Identity Movement, are gathering in D.C. for the 4th of July. More info coming soon, and a new report includes thousands of private chat records from inside the white supremacist group in itself. They used to be called the Identity Evropa, and then they changed their names to the American Identity Movement. Several members of the Pro 45 subreddit, the 45 say they are planning to attend the 4th of July festivities in D.C. too. In discussions about the event on Reddit, they debated whether or not their concealed carry pistol permits would be honored in the country's capital, or if they should be bringing bats and sticks disguised as flagpoles instead. The channel behind a special note for inciting violence. The anti-fascists, counter-protesters known collectively as Antifa, for anti-fascists or organizing in response to the Proud Boys rally and are planning a demonstration July 6th across the street from the Freedom Plaza. Whether in bulletproof vests, police badges, people wearing maggot hats, or in khakis, fascists thrive when we look at the other way. The All Out DC website proclaimed Black Lives Matter and other national movements are promoting the counter-protesters on their social media channels. White nationalists and Nazis are planning to descend on DC this weekend. In partnership with All Out DC and Long Live Go-Go, we will mute the alt-right meet us at Pershing Park, and it says and this is somebody put it out an ad. Meet us at Pershing Park on July 6th at 11th Joy Park Party, and that was for the Black Lives Matter. The U.S. Park Police, one of the federal law enforcement agencies responsible for security, the Independence Day event, said it is aware of the various rallies, Klan rallies and protests, and have plenty of officers on the ground to keep things from getting out of hand. It doesn't mean more officers on duty, however, as the spokesperson told courts, every park police officer always works on July 4th.